¿Qué sopa familia? ¿Cómo va la vaina? It's your girl Kenny Ken from Guided Affirmations, bringing the Gemini, Sun, and Moon signs, their community for the month of June. This is a overall energetic report for what the month of June may bring for the Gemini, Sun, and Moon signs. This is a collective message, and probably won't resonate. Every part probably won't resonate for each one of you. But you guys know the vibes. You know how this thing goes. We get into breath work always first, and we're going to do normal breathing like how we normally do, inhaling and allowing for our bellies to expand, and exhaling and allowing our bellies to contract, except this time around we're really just going to focus on longer exhales, so that way our sympathetic nervous system can just kind of be more relaxed and stimulated. And is very, 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 very key. I think I've mentioned this in videos before, but it's very, very key for when like you're feeling anxious. If you can find the mind space to exhale longer, it calms down some of your body responses that we experience when we're experiencing anxiety. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do 5 breaths, but we're going to make sure that our exhales are about, I would say 2 to 3 seconds longer than our inhale. So if we inhale and when we count in our heads, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Just go with 4 for right now. When we exhale, we should exhale to about 6 or 7. So we're going to do a practice round. So we're going to inhale, exhale, okay, so vamos a hacerlo una vez más. So we're going to do that one more time. And when I mean one more time, I mean we're going to do the 5 breaths, not one more time practice. So we're going to do the 5 breaths, comenzando ahora, starting now. Y inhala, exhala, inhala, exhala, inhala, exhala, inhala, exhala, creo que esta es la última, pero no sé porque I got confused. I think this is the last one. I don't really know. I got confused. I got really into the breathing, forgot what I was doing. But let's make this the last one anyway. Okay, so última respira. I'm gonna come back and figure out how you really say that. Última vez. So let's go. Last one. Inhala. Exhala. Just shake it out afterwards. Just shake it out. Just shake it out. Shake out all whatever is left. I'm gonna take a little bit of tea. Okay, so I hope that you guys were breathing at your own pace, whatever your body felt comfortable. Even if my inhales and exhales were shorter or longer than yours, know that whatever you did, as long as your exhales were longer, even if it was by 2 seconds, that's perfectly fine. But let's get into the overall shadow energy. You know the vibe. We get into the, wow, why are you shuffling again? We get into the shadow work first. What is the overall shadow energy, spirit, coming forward for the Gemini, Sun, and Moon signs for this month of June? Let's see. 2 cards, please, spirit. What is the overall? Okay, we got 1, and then 1 more. Okay. So we got pledge, and then we got change. So both of these cards together, A is very much, it's the purples and the blues for me on the cards, as we can see, the purple and the blues, right? And that is really giving me kind of like, depending on how you view your chakra systems, giving me higher chakra vibes. Higher chakra vibes for me. This is kind of like this pledge, and then on top of that with the change is really giving me the idea, do we find it a little bit difficult, some of my Gemini sun and moons, to kind of almost like finish what we start, or just even start what comes up in our minds, right? Like, do we have some difficulty voicing that for ourselves? Because that's really what I was thinking when I said higher chakra was giving me throat and up. And communication not only is verbal but mental as well, as we've noticed in other readings. But I wonder, Gemini, for you, like, it's the belief and the commit. Like, I keep looking at the ring in this card, and like I just have this, I just want to go back to that question. Like, do we find it difficult for ourselves to really like commit to change, like, or do what we say we're going to do, even if it isn't on the path that we originally envisioned for ourselves, right? Like, even if you're coming up on something new this June, or you've been thinking about something new, you keep seeing something new in your face, like on socials, like on the TV, however it may be, and like you're interested in it. Are you afraid? Like, and not even afraid, but are you timid? Like, are you a little bit shy? Do you feel like you're out of your depth? And if you are, or if you do feel those ways, how can you get yourself more knowledgeable, right? How can you align yourself a little bit further and get the knowledge that you need to really start this? Because you're not seeing these things for no reason. Like, you're feeling this way, and you're feeling called to it for a reason. It could be what you need, but how we talk to ourselves about it makes so much more of a difference in whether or not we actually achieve those things, or even whether or not we actually go forward in the movement. Achieve forward in the movement, same thing. But yeah, I get what I'm saying, right? But let's see what divine spirit animal is walking with you guys to assist you with that shadow work, if that applies to you. What divine animal? I think I just like the sound. I think that's what it is for me. That has to be. But what divine spirit guide is walking with the Gemini sun and moon spirit? I'm just gonna do one card here. Let's see what that one card is. Which one is giving them more guidance? Ooh, okay, hold on. It says set clear boundaries and enforce them. It's the llama. Oh, wait, it's a heart. It's a heart. Es una corazón, que tan lindo. And they're kissing. And like, this isn't even really like, this is like a mirror image for me, right? Kind of like, some people may see this as like two different animals like kissing themselves, but this for me is giving, I'm kissing myself in the mirror. I don't know if y'all do that, but love upon yourself, love up upon yourself in the mirror, like big times, because that's what this is giving me. This is close my eyes and give myself a kiss, right? Especially with the set clear boundaries and enforce them. That really goes perfect with what was just said in regards to ourselves and the boundaries within ourselves, and once we're able to set those boundaries for ourselves, we can clearly set them amongst our other relationships if there's something, lingering and lagging elsewhere. But this is definitely giving me that like self-love and like mirroring within from our highest self, especially quick tip. When I look in the mirror, like, yeah, I do sometimes envision who I see right now, but then I look in the mirror and sometimes I look in the mirror and I hold the vision of who I want to be, right? Where I want to go. And I talk to myself from that aspect. And I'm really getting that kind of energy for you guys here. But I'm going to read a little excerpt from the book. Okay, this is a card of pure love. It suggests your heart is warm and open, so you may let others impose on your good nature or drain you. Decide what is acceptable for you. Then it is important to set clear boundaries. As we are all energetically entwined, it may be enough for you to define these boundaries mentally. I literally said something about mental. But however, your guidance is to be prepared to enforce them tactfully if necessary. Then you will find it easier to follow your heart and be loyal, caring, and patient with your loved ones and those in need. Get more aligned with self so that way you can be more aligned with others 100%. 100%. Before we get into the tarot spread, see what overall energy is coming towards to my Gemini sun and moon signs. 3 cards, please. Spirit, what is the overall energy coming forward for the Gemini, Sun, and Moon signs. Overall energy coming forward. Oh, shit. Is that 3 cards? All right, it's 4 cards. We take that. We take that. All right. I was like, can I count? I sure can. Okay. Okay. This is very interesting. Okay, so we have the King of Wands in reverse and the King of Swords in upright. They get in reverse and it's not. Then we got the Knight of Cups. And we have the Tower, Geminis. This King of Wands, though, before we even get into that Tower card, right? This King of Wands is really making me think of like creative endeavors, like almost like artistic, or even like it could also be philosophical, right? But I wonder how many Gemini, Sun, and Moons, like, y'all really have this creative project, because it's just this idea of like creativity and like working towards your own type of like energetic creative projects. And I wonder how many of you guys are like really kind of doubting that ability with the kings, with both kings next to each other, right? Like, I'm really wondering, like, and they both have a fist, like, ooh, I really am wondering, like, how hard are you being on yourself, Gemini? Like, how hard are you being on yourself? Like, really and truly, do you trust your own ability, like, within yourself? I know Gemini is an air sign, and air can kind of be like, air is everywhere, right? I was gonna say flighty, but I don't want to call y'all flighty, because that's like a stereotype and a generalization. But the air element itself is everywhere. Air is literally everywhere. As soon as we go outside, we breathe air. So you may feel like you are not as expansive as you are, but think about it. You are air, you are everywhere. So wherever or whatever creative projects you have or where you want to go, like, they can go as far as you allow them to. We can't hold on to air, so don't hold on to your projects, right? Air literally slips out of our hands. So it's just like, why put yourself in a box that you are literally evaporating from, like, whether that means like your projects are like now no longer yours, or that means you're depleting yourself, right? But regardless, don't box yourself in, Gemini. Like, allow yourself to find a little bit more comfort in really analyzing not only your thoughts, but analyzing your feelings as well. Like, I was almost going to say don't be too focused on the fields, but like, I feel like maybe you do need to be focused on the fields, you know? Maybe you do need to like really step toe to toe with some type of like reoccurring pattern or reoccurring habit or reoccurring thought that's in your mind that's telling you something about yourself that isn't true. Like, I really feel like that's what this Tower moment is. You need to have that Tower moment with yourself, Gemini, so that way you can really look deep within and move past this, you know? It becomes a bit easier for us when we're able to fully look at the pieces of ourselves that try to tell us who we are, because it's all that we've known. And like, where was I going with that? It's all that we've known. And look them in the eye, right? Look them in the eye and like really try to figure it out. Like, you don't have to unpiece everything, but like, as long as you can like name it, that's my thing, right? As long as you can name something, that's like the first step in fully understanding and like getting to unpack it, right? Name it. And then when you can name it and you can understand what it is, slowly yet surely the rest of it starts to unravel. You start to see like, oh, this is what that is about. And like, that's why I feel this way when I try to do this one thing, because I keep thinking that I'm be the same person that I was when I did it the last time. You know what I mean? And I feel like this journey, wow, because this is at the bottom of the deck, right? This Fool's journey, this journey that you're starting is new and it's fresh. And honestly, your mentality is what's going to keep it going afloat or keep you sinking below, right? And how you view yourself. Remember, we can view ourselves from this, like with the camel, right? Is it still back? Yeah. With this camel, we can view this as two different people, or you can view this as you and yourself, you and your highest self in the mirror. So tap into that highest self, Gemini. Tap into that energy, you know, whenever, quick tip, because this just popped in my head. When you are holding your feelings, right? when you are holding your feelings or holding space to look at those feelings, right? Literally say to yourself, hold on. Oh my God. Literally say to yourself, like, if I can envision my highest self, or the person who I want to be as the most perfect, because you are perfect already, right? But as the most perfect me, what will that person say to me back? What do I imagine the advice that they would give me? Or if that is just a bit too much of a task, or it seems kind of like intangible or unrealistic, put yourself in a position as, this is not you, this is your friend. And if your friend came to you with this situation, what would you tell your friend, right? And whatever advice you would tell your friend, you should take it 100%, because you wouldn't steer your friend wrong unless you're shady boots. But I'm hoping you're not shady boots. So if you're not shady boots, whatever you tell your friend is a fact, right? Okay, so literally, like, take that and run with it. Apply it to your own lives, Gemini. But I'm going to close out this message now porque estoy hablando un poquitito más than I wanted to. Know, Geminis, that this is nothing but love. And, be gentle with yourself. Not everything needs to be this perfect type of thing. There's two sides to you. And I think I've said this in one of your readings before. Both of them need to be held. Both of them need to be loved and adorned and acknowledged in the same way. So give that space to yourself. But we're going to do 2 breaths to close out. And vamos a inhalar. Exhala. Inhala. Exhala. Thank you for rocking with me this long, Gemini, Sun, and Moon signs. If you feel like anything in this message resonated, déjame una corazoncito blanco en los comentos, a white heart down in the comments. Also, like and subscribe if you like the vibe. Here are guided affirmations. And know that I'm sending you love. I'm sending you warm hugs. I'm sending you nothing but blessings and all the sweet, 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 sweet honey for your week, for your month, for your moment of June. Be a star and be you. Ciao.